This is gluten-free bread. It is half the size of regular bread, it is crumbly while also being gummy, and it is ridiculously overpriced. But this is what we call normal bread. And last month, I found out that it can kill me. After literally years of being chronically ill and spending all of my teenage years feeling like garbage, finally had something come up positive on a test result, and I got diagnosed with celiac disease. Put it in simple terms, your immune system is stupid. A chronic disease, it is an autoimmune disorder where your immune system mistakenly attacks gluten protein in your small intestines. So anytime there is even a trace amount of gluten protein in my intestines, it attacks it by self-destructing. So it causes intestinal damage, it causes a whole array of issues if it is not managed through a very strict celiac lifestyle. So it is a very important thing to manage. It's not really an option to not be super strict about it. So I thought in honor of the sacrifice of my favorite restaurants and ordering coffees, and I feel like I need a little montage of all the times that I didn't know I had celiac disease. My immune system was just attacking my intestines, but I was just going on eating all willy-nilly and so, now I gotta figure out what I need to do. Oh no. I'm about to show you why this is the most confusing diet I have ever seen. Take something like mustard. As a gluten-free person, I eat mustard all the time because the only ingredients are distilled white vinegar, mustard seed, water, salt, turmeric, spices, and natural flavor. No wheat, no gluten. Well, spices and natural flavor are flagged because apparently spices can't contain gluten based on what they are or how they were manufactured. So can natural flavoring. You don't know what they're making the natural flavoring out of or what kind of facility it was processed in. There's enough gluten in the spices and natural flavoring of this inherently wheat-free, gluten-free product to trigger a full-blown autoimmune attack where my immune system attacks those trace amounts of gluten in my intestines and damages them. Leave in the pantry. Let's see, sugar-free caramel syrup for coffee. I've been using this because the ingredients were purified water, natural flavor, sodium, potassium, citric acid, salt, caramel color. Definitely not the most healthy product in my pantry for sure. I usually don't drink things that contain caramel color, but it was a treat. Sometimes I make espressos. Let's see. And it is flagged for natural flavoring. Again, the only way to determine specific ingredients in natural flavoring is to contact the manufacturer. This bottle is not marked. Bye-bye lattes. It's so weird throwing things away for having natural flavoring. I always picked out products because they were naturally flavored. So pickles, something that you would eat if you were gluten-free because they are just pickled cucumbers. Flagged for natural flavoring. This is not, these are not gluten-free. This one is interesting. This is just organic low-sodium chicken broth. This literally just contains organic chicken broth, salt, organic natural flavor, organic yeast extract, organic carrot juice concentrate, organic onion juice concentrate, organic onion powder, organic potato flour. No mention of anything gluten-related. It says, spice may not be gluten-free. Spices are generally gluten-free. However, some spices have been found to be contaminated with gluten-containing ingredients like wheat, barley, or rye. Individuals with celiac disease or gluten-related disorders may wish to look for gluten-free labels or contact the manufacturer. I am not going to go as far as to contact the manufacturer and ask for what is in their spices and if it has come in contact with anything containing gluten. So I'm just going to play it safe and say that I probably shouldn't eat anything that just says spices and has no gluten-free label. Starbucks cold brew, and the only ingredient was brewed coffee, which included water, coffee, and natural flavors. That sounds like something that should be totally okay to drink. The natural flavors are flagged because nowhere on this container does it say gluten-free. Definitely didn't already drink this entire thing. People were asking, they're like, if you've been gluten-free for 4 years, how is it you knew you had celiac? How did you still feel sick? You were already on the diet required. I was not. Celiac is a whole nother ballpark. This is why people with celiac get glutened accidentally. Because you would never think to question whether or not crab legs, and this isn't imitation crab, this is literally just crab legs, this could trigger an autoimmune reaction. Ingredients, crab. But in that pesky little fine print, processed in a facility that processes peanuts, milk, eggs, and wheat. Therefore, there is a high risk of cross-contamination, and I cannot eat this. And this is why I can't just go to a restaurant and get a steak because it's gluten-free, go to a barbecue and just eat a hamburger patty and be like, oh, it's fine, it's beef. Well, I think I got rid of everything out of my kitchen that I thought was gluten-free this whole time and wasn't. It's gonna be an interesting change for sure. I have to be so careful about reading labels and just making sure everything is as safe as possible. It's good sweet tea. I am failing this diet. So I made sure that I got every single trace of gluten out of my apartment and down to the house. I just did a deep dive into supplements. Do take a lot of supplements because I am like 99% sure I have endometriosis. I had doctors tell me I have endometriosis. I take supplements to try to, decrease inflammation. And then in my last video, I did a deficiency test because of the celiac. Pretty bad deficiencies. So I thought I would take a bunch of supplements. I was taking turmeric and beetroot, this like probiotic. Both of those are not gluten-free. The greens powder I was taking is not completely celiac friendly. And then I just found a few other little things in my refrigerator I'm gonna bring down to the house. Then I have these macadamia nut milk sheets. So unfortunately, this is not celiac safe, but my mom has actually very recently started going through kind of her own health journey. She now has her own newfound battle with an autoimmune disease, and she's having to also kind of gut her diet, gut her lifestyle. She's cutting dairy out of the equation, so I think I'm gonna bring these down to her. And we know she isn't celiac because she tested. Apparently she just has a whole other autoimmune disease, which is kind of strange. And celiac is genetic. So apparently that came from my dad's side, which is kind of interesting. My dad has no signs of anything like that. He just must carry the gene. Head side of the family, I can't think of anyone who would have an autoimmune disease that we know of. So that kind of threw me for a loop too, that the celiac came from my dad's side genetically. So I think my mom is gonna be covering her whole diagnosis and health journey on their YouTube channel, Good Simple Living. Hers came out of nowhere. We had no idea, but hers is very severe. My mom is my autoimmune disease buddy, and I think she's also going gluten-free. So this year I won't be the only person at Christmas and Thanksgiving who's making their own little gluten-free pie and stuffing. All these supplements that you gave me that I was taking for endometriosis, I can't have.
This is anti-inflammatory. That's the diet I'm on.
I also can't have my greens powder anymore, or bone broth.
Really? So this is what you can eat? Here's Nevaeh's shopping bag. Here you go. This is what you can eat. Air. If you put like a banana in there, that's what I could eat. Christmas is gonna be super fun for us.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be super.
Mom then attempted to make us a shopping list.
And may have inflammatory effects. But the potato is the perfect food. I love potatoes in all forms.
Can you have potatoes?
I cannot.
Oh.
There's french fries, there's potato chips, hash browns, baked potatoes, fried potatoes, stewed potatoes. The potato is the perfect food.
The shopping list.
I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Banana, avocados, yams.
We're gonna go on the anti-inflammatory gluten-free diet.
Autoimmune diseases. Oh.
Well, we shouldn't touch our hands because of germs.
Okay. After we found some stuff to add to our shopping list, I was off to the store. the list of everything that Mom and I can eat on our diet. I love that my mom still makes a pen and paper shopping list. It's been a while since I've gone out and gotten coffee, so I would like to go order one, but I'm not totally sure how to do that with celiac. I'm not totally sure if it's worth the risk, but I kind of want to attempt it. Hi, can I get you? Could I get a tall pumpkin spice latte, please? And then I have celiac. I can't have like a gluten cross-contamination. I just got celiac, and so I don't know how to do it yet. I was like, you have to tell them you can't put the milk in the oat milk thing. I'm like, I don't know. I ended up getting my coffee. Put a little enjoy and smiley face on my cup. She was so nice. I told her, I was like, I have celiac, and she was like, oh, well, I sanitize all the containers and everything, so you'll be good. We're safe. I have discovered how stressful the grocery store becomes and how difficult and expensive it is to try to grocery shop when you are either trying to eat healthy or you have dietary restrictions. So I have decided that I need to simplify this entire process for the sake of my health. Stress isn't good for the body. So I ordered groceries. I made one order. This is a lot more food than I was expecting. For all of my groceries, I ordered off of Hungry Root, who is partnering with me on this video. With Hungry Root, I was able to shop stress-free so I could sort all of my groceries by gluten-free, anti-inflammatory, then it all just ships straight to my door. So what I love is that Hungry Root is amazing for meal planning. You can order breakfast, lunch, dinner. They will send you all the ingredients and all of these recipes. They have 15,000 recipes that are shipped out every week, and most of the recipes only take 15 minutes or less, which is really great for someone like me who isn't the best with cooking. It's really inconvenient, but I need to be eating whole foods. So today for lunch, I'm gonna be spending 5 minutes to make za'atar salmon chopped salad. Hungry Root takes all of the stress out of trying to eat better, offering everything for breakfast, lunch, dinner, sweets and snacks, and even supplements. I love that I don't have to worry if the food is safe for me. I can just sort it by gluten-free and find everything I need for the week. It's kind of like having a personal nutritionalist who learns all of your likes and dislikes, and you can sort through gluten-free, dairy-free, gut-friendly, anti-inflammatory, high protein, whatever you want, and it will fill your cart with recommended groceries and find delicious recipes tailored just for you. There's also non-dairy tzatziki on the salad to be anti-inflammatory, so I think I'm gonna bring some of that down to my mom since she's trying to do that diet and she is a passionate Greek woman. Another thing that I really appreciate is that none of Hungry Root's food contains any artificial sweeteners, preservatives, or high fructose corn syrup. Plus, they only source top quality meat and seafood. So take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time only, you can get 40% off your first box, plus a free item in every box for life. So click the link below or go to hungryroot.com and use code Nevaeh. That's 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life at hungryroot.com with code Nevaeh. Okay, it is time to go through all of my other products that are not digestibles. This is everything I can think of cosmetic-wise that could somehow end up in my mouth. There is a whole debate on whether or not people with celiac disease should use makeup, lotion, hair stuff, anything that contains gluten. But most people say you should check your lipsticks and chapsticks and things like that could end up in your mouth. But then a lot of people with celiac bring up that they just don't like having gluten in anything in their home. They want a completely gluten-free environment. So it is just much better to have all gluten-free products. So first up, I know that hand soap gets washed off, so it's a weird thing to check, but better safe than sorry. It still goes on your hands. It doesn't contain any gluten-containing grains or ingredients. The manufacturer cannot guarantee gluten-free because there could be cross-contamination during manufacturing. Cross-contamination in my hand soap isn't that big of a deal. This is a keep. This is a keep. Summer Fridays lip balm. These Summer Fridays gluten-free. Yes, the brand says formulated without gluten, and there's nothing alluding that there might be any cross-contamination, so I think I'm good there. Next up is Nevaeh chapstick. Nevaeh said, while we do not actively use gluten ingredients within our products, the absence of gluten isn't a special parameter that we investigate our raw materials on. If you have celiac disease or severe gluten allergy, we'd recommend you speak to a dermatologist. They don't guarantee no cross-contact, and they do not test for gluten. It's just too risky. I like this chapstick. I had so much left. I'm gonna have to go in the fired category. Next is my nail and cuticle conditioner. I am a nail biter, Anything that ends up on my nails or on my fingertips, at all for that matter, will end up in my mouth. Fully ingested. There won't be a speck of it left. I will eat all of it. I mean, I've been doing this since I was a toddler. So my nails have never even matured. They are paper thin. Probably also has to do with all of my vitamin deficiencies. I've probably eaten so much nail polish in my life and bite the press-ons off my nails. When I try to put those on to stop from biting them, just nothing works. So anything that I put on my fingertips, I will end up eating. Okay, it says that this product doesn't have any gluten-containing ingredients in it, but it does use rice bran oil. Rice is naturally gluten-free, but when they process the rice bran oil for cosmetics, there's gluten that kind of gets in there a little bit. It's just one of the teeny tiny little ingredients, so the risk is so low of anything in here being problematic. So maybe if I just wear it when I wear press-ons. It's risk assessment all the time, every day, so it's a scary little game. This is another one of my lip glosses. I feel like the lip glosses are the most important to check. Good news, the product is marketed as gluten-free. This one is safe. It can go over here. Crest toothpaste. It's not like we're going around just eating toothpaste. You don't usually ingest it. But I mean, let's be honest. We've all done it. It tastes like mint ice cream. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I am on a health journey. Cavity protection toothpaste. There's definitely a lot of celiac people online who are a little suspicious. I don't know. I feel like it's a little suspect. I'm gonna put this over here. I feel like that's a bad risk. We're gonna say no on the Crest toothpaste. I spent the rest of my night going through every single product in my apartment, making sure there was not a trace of gluten. And I was feeling pretty good. This is the setup I've got going on my window right now. It's a squishmallow and a pillow, a little curtain. My bed is next to two little windows, and I'm just trying to keep the light out because I've got a migraine. As soon as I wake up in the morning for the past 5 days, I've been trying to sit in the dark for a little bit. I've seen lots of people say to pinch your eyebrow. It's not doing anything. It's so discouraging when you think you're doing pretty well, and then you just get this huge flare of symptoms, and you're like, what? Why? And I thought I was doing good with the diet too. I thought I would cut out everything that wasn't celiac friendly, and then I found out that my pickles aren't gluten-free. Every little slip up just feels like such a huge setback. I could spend months working so hard to make sure that there's no gluten entering my system, accidentally gluten myself, and then I feel like it's just undone all of my progress. My intestines are damaged right now, and it's affecting my liver, and I have deficiencies. That's gonna take a long time to heal. It could take a couple years to fully heal. I just imagine that little bit of gluten, my immune system just attacking it. And then my intestines just self-destructing. And then I'm starting at point A again. And my head hurts, and I'm tired, and I don't want to worry about it. But I don't care. Okay, we've got everything that I was glutening myself with out of the house. Vanished. It is gone, and I will not be purchasing any of it any longer. Got it all out of the house, and I have something that not everyone with an autoimmune disease has. An autoimmune disease buddy. So me and my mom's attempt to make a little anti-inflammatory meal was a little shaky. Yes, it's turn that off. Show what it looks like. Show it. I told you.
You turn that off. There is no record of this. No, I'm just gonna turn it up.
No, don't do that yet.
No?
No, you're gonna burn the butter.
This is so bad. Okay, so we're gonna have to get better at cooking steak. A lot better.
I've never seen a steak look like that.
Hashimoto's.
That's what your thyroid looks like.
That's what your uterus looks like.
the effort you're having to put into it.
Gordon Ramsay would fire me.
I'm trying to tell you, you can't do it in butter.
Okay, well now I know. It's not good. Not good at all.
Oh.
I mean that face.
Oh. It's a treat.
It is special.
Honestly, dinner really didn't turn out all that bad. But I think it's pretty obvious we've still got a lot of work to do when it comes to our diet and trying to make all of these recipes. So the breakfast today is organic yogurt with organic blueberries. My mom is doing a full anti-inflammatory diet. She's doing no gluten, no dairy, cutting out some fruits, no nightshades, no sugar. It's a very restrictive diet, but it is the best diet she could find for Hashimoto's. It's gonna take a lot of getting used to for her, but I think I should be doing the same diet just to try to get my inflammation down for my endometriosis and everything. So yogurt probably doesn't fit into the equation, but it's still got nothing bad in it. It is celiac safe, and I've gotta get through all of the dairy-filled products I have in my fridge right now. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my snacks, and then I'm gonna go full anti-inflammatory. It's very close to paleo, and everything that has anything to do with gluten has gotta go. I want this to be a completely gluten sterile household. But as far as it just being me at home, easy. It's not that bad. However, I really do not know what my next trip is gonna look like. I don't know how this is gonna go once I start traveling again. So I'm just gonna avoid going out to eat as much as possible. I have slightly more energy than I did the past couple of days, but I'm still so tired. So to stay productive, I just have to keep staying productive. I can't stop. I can't be like, oh, I'm gonna take a 10-minute break to just scroll on my phone. I will be done for the day. The crash will hit. I will be done. We're not gonna let gluten do that to us. We are gonna be productive. And so I started by taking out the trash, doing a couple loads of laundry, wiped down the windows and the mirrors in the apartment. I made my bed. Filled my water filter. I cleaned my whole kitchen. And then it was time for my actual work. I answered a whole bunch of emails. I storyboarded, signed some contracts, and got some editing done. And then when I received another email about how the hospital wasn't billing another medical bill to my insurance, I had to call the hospital. The level of fatigue is so frustrating. Like every day, midday, maybe around 3 to 4, there's just a crash. My eyes get kind of blurry, like I'm having a blood sugar drop or a blood sugar spike. I don't know. I'm gonna give it maybe I just need an extra 5 minutes and then I can get to work. We are back to being productive. These are all from the hospital. I am not even kidding right now. These are all from the hospital. And this. If you saw my last video, you are familiar with my medical nightmare. Long story short, I have $3,000 in medical bills to pay. And then I had an MRI done. I didn't need an MRI, but we were trying to be thorough. We were trying to get diagnosis, so they wanted to check me for MS because I have a lot of muscle aches and weakness and tremors. The hospital called me to schedule, and I was like, let me just talk to my insurance first. And the lady at the hospital told me, she went, oh, I called your insurance because we still have the insurance on record from when you did your labs here. I called your insurance, you are fully covered, you are good to go. So, I go do my MRI, results come back, everything is fine. Then a week later, I got a bill. Amount due to insurance is 0. It's just, but I got hundreds of comments and emails of you guys saying, no, that's not right. They can't tell you that they called your insurance and had it on record and that you're covered when you weren't. So I filed a grievance, never heard anything back, so I think I'm gonna have to call some supervisors at the hospital and try to fight this. But however, I do have some labs that I thought were covered that insurance isn't covering. I feel like it's probably time I just get this over with, so. So MRI, a couple of my labs are covered that I did through urgent care. This hasn't even been opened yet. This is why I've been avoiding opening up these envelopes. This is gonna go over here with the bills. Looks like they sent me another grievance, so I might need to fill that out. Okay, we're looking a little more organized. So I spent the next couple of hours taking care of all of my medical bills. Checks in envelopes to pay for labs. We've got a grievance written and ready to be sent to the hospital. This is another check for more labs. And this is some insurance stuff. It looks like some insurance claims are still pending, so we're gonna see how that goes. This is Nevaeh Souza. I made an appointment for the 30th. I was wondering if I could cancel. It was for a biopsy. That was me canceling my intestinal biopsy. I think that is the last of everything I'm supposed to take care of with all of this medical stuff. All I have to do is, in a couple weeks, I'm probably gonna have to have some blood drawn for a routine checkup. After my blood results came back looking like I have celiac, the doctor ordered that I go do an intestinal biopsy because that's one of the ways they diagnose celiac. I already know I have celiac, and it's not like doing the biopsy really helps you in any way. Really no benefit to doing the procedure. They'd just be like, yep, you definitely have celiac. Have fun with that. It's just kind of how they confirm celiac further by going, yep, we saw intestinal lining damage, which I can already guess I have from my gene test and my antibodies and my deficiency panel. Plus I'd have to get someone to drive me 6 hours, 3 hours to the procedure, 3 hours back, because I do live in the middle of nowhere. So I will maybe revisit that in the future, but for now I am really relieved to have finally taken care of all those loose ends. But it's all good. It is worth it because now I know what I have and I can start managing it. This is the most important part. So after years of trying, symptoms, stress, a lot of tests, sort of like Dr. Seuss, finally I'm in a place to start healing my body. And I'm starting to get into a routine. The thought of having to be so conscious with everything forever, or I risk setting myself back and I have years of recovery ahead, was just a daunting, very overwhelming thought. But after a rocky couple of weeks, I feel like I'm finally starting to get into a groove. And all of this is happening at the exact same time that my mom just got diagnosed with a very severe case of Hashimoto's. All of a sudden, she's trying to deal with scheduling biopsies and gutting her whole diet, gutting her whole lifestyle. And now we can kind of tackle this together. She helped me find a better tea alternative to what I was drinking. Gluten-free tea bags, chamomile tea, very anti-inflammatory. I think it's been really nice and really encouraging for both of us to have a companion in this whole health journey. It's definitely made the transition a little bit easier. So this is a pretty unique and unexpected situation. Little pickle we have found ourselves in, but we are gonna make the most of it. We are gonna go at this together. We are gonna gut our diets and try to heal our bodies. So we're gonna do the best we can, and hopefully in a few weeks when I have to retest my blood to see how my antibodies and my liver is looking, and my mom also has to test her blood to see how her liver and her antibodies are looking. Hopefully, we will both see some improvement. This is gonna be a new, interesting family dynamic. We're starting a club. It's the autoimmune disease club, and if you don't have an autoimmune disease, you're not invited.